my driveway and walkway is in need of some cleaning, and my garage floor. So I've got this cool surface cleaner from EVEAGE or EVEAGE to see if this can help us out in that regard. They've got several different models. This is a 14.5 inch, up to 4,000 PSI, and hopefully can make this tedious task of pressure washing this a little bit easier. So what we've got is this stainless steel housing. It has basically a bar in here with two nozzles or spray jets that rotate around and clean. So as anybody knows, going with your pressure washer nozzle itself and just back and forth gets to be a little tedious. So hopefully this can speed us up. And then indoors, being shrouded here and even outside, there's a lot less spray back to get us wet, or the walls or things like that. So I'm really excited to use this, particularly on the garage floor, but outside here, see if it can speed things up for us. So we've got a couple, a kit here with it, a couple replacement jets for underneath, some Teflon tape, some O-rings, and a couple extensions. So this is kind of neat. Our spray gun attaches directly to this like you'd swap out any nozzle. And we've got these extensions so you're not busting your back. We'll put one of those on there and see what happens. Why not? We'll use two. So what we have here for a test rig is a small Westinghouse electric pressure washer. I've got a separate video reviewing this specifically, but it's a unique form factor, and so far I'm really liking it. It's a 2,500 PSI, so our surface cleaner says 2,000 to 4,000 PSI. There aren't too many pressure washers that actually give you up to 4,000 PSI reliably over a long time. A lot of those claims with the electric pressure washers on Amazon are not realistic. It's like 5 minutes duty cycle at 4,000 PSI, something like that. So 4,000 is a relatively large gas pressure washer. So we're gonna do what most people are gonna have at home, a medium-sized electric pressure washer, 2,500 PSI, and see if this thing could save us time. Is this enough pressure for this cleaner at a bigger area? I'm a little skeptical on that, but let's see. So I'm gonna do a small area with a 15-degree nozzle first, and then we'll compare that to the surface cleaner. All right, got most of that mold off there. It's a little bit tedious, have to go back and forth. And I did not get 100% off of it. So we'll see how that compares to this deal. I don't know what voodoo is going on inside this thing, but it's a huge improvement over the 15-degree nozzle. Maybe there's just a 5-degree nozzle, 5 degrees in there or something. But the cleaning power is better than just this single 15-degree, and I'm actually shocked. I thought it was gonna struggle, especially at such a small pressure washer. but it's actually significantly better. I'm blown away. Good job, EVEAGE. Let's keep cleaning with this sucker. So I'm really surprised this combination works much better than I thought as far as cleaning power with a lower powered pressure washer for the surface cleaner. It does a really good job. It rolls around really nice. Your control, having your wand connected to it, it's a pleasure to use. And it's so quiet. I thought it'd be more splashing around, ringing on this metal, but actually it does a really good job of dampening the noise. There's no need between the electric pressure washer and this to even wear earplugs. You can even talk with somebody. It's so quiet. It's a pleasure to use, and it cleans really well. I'm really surprised. This thing so far is pretty cool. We'll see what it's like inside on the garage floor. As far as the splash around, I can tell out here it's a big improvement over just using the pressure washer. Really, things are contained nicely and then just go down and they'll go to the floor drain. So let's do that next. So my driveway didn't even look that dirty, but I'm standing on the square that I cleaned with the surface cleaner, and it's noticeably lighter and cleaner than the areas around it. I'm not sure if it's showing up on video exactly, but there is a noticeable difference here after everything dried. So I used the cut lines around the square where I stopped to get a visual difference after everything dried, and I would say it did a noticeable difference on cleaning up the concrete. I'm going to continue doing the entire driveway and then put a nice sealant on it to hopefully make that cleanliness last a little bit longer and protect the concrete. In the video description, I've got Amazon links for our EVEAGE surface cleaner and our Westinghouse pressure washer. This is actually a pretty good combo. I've been really impressed with. The EVEAGE pressure washer, pretty simple device. We've got a stainless steel housing, this spray bar that spins around with two nozzles on each end of it. And it, like I said, it does a really good job by recommendation, absolutely. This little Westinghouse pressure washer, the big advantage this has, it's a decent name brand over versus kind of the off-brand other electric pressure washers on Amazon, and don't believe those pressure ratings on there. The duty cycle is extremely low, you know, like 4,000 psi for 30 seconds or something like that. This is the actual real 2,500 psi for continuous use. This thing's good. The outrigger wheels prevent it from tipping over. A lot of those other ones, you notice they're on carts. If you move them around at all, they're constantly tipping over. So even the steel and some of the bigger brands don't have a good form factor at all. So this one's a winner there. Links in description below. If you buy from that link, I get a small kickback from Amazon. So I'd appreciate if you do that, but it's the same exact price if you log on to Amazon directly and search for them. So appreciate it if you use the link. Let's see how this surface cleaner works inside. Now this is a sealed concrete floor, so I don't expect it to do much cleaning. Maybe knock off some loose sealant if that's a thing. Before I put the sealant down, I did pressure wash this floor without a surface cleaner, just with the 15-degree nozzle or 25-degree nozzle, and water got everywhere. It's noisy and slow. I think this is going to be a big improvement. Let's see. Big question is, how is it going to do around the edges and things like that? Let's take a look. as we showed, this thing is really nice outside for saving time, and it does a really good job cleaning. But where this really shines is in a garage or inside like this. This is way better, much more controlled than using the wand itself. I hardly have any spray on the walls at all, and it's doing a really good job cleaning. I didn't think this floor was that dirty, and I got a decent amount of grime off. So, very good. The one concern I had with this, with the wand, it gives you a really good control over debris and dirt, you know, pushing it away from the walls over to the drain or out of the garage to get it out of the way. But even with this surface cleaner, you do have decent control over that. If you work with the slope or the pitch of the floor, we can see the debris line here. And if you work your way back like you're painting, and you just kind of can push that, it puts out enough water on the circular spray, you can kind of keep moving with it and either get it out of the garage or wherever you're cleaning, or to the drain. So that works quite well, better than I expected. So I'm impressed with this thing, not only how it works, but it also can do it with a 2500 PSI electric pressure washer, and it's very effective. Definitely gets a buying recommendation from me. Indoors, outdoors, it's helpful, saves time, but indoors really shines. Help protect your walls from water damage and that, where you're still able to use a pressure washer and clean things up. I may even use this in winter as maintenance. I was using the hose and kind of spraying down snow, salt, sand, stuff like this. This would be a much more controlled way to do that and prevent overspray on the walls and things like that. So this thing's pretty awesome. Get yourself one. Thanks for watching. Adios.